Hey, everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Emily Anderson with FranNet, and I am so happy to be with Michael today. Michael's going to talk to you about this really unique franchise business, and I'd like to give you a couple of reasons why I think it might be worth getting on your radar. We get a lot of requests for home-based businesses, and this is just such a business. Very few employees and scalable with as you scale the business, you can add additional employees. And one thing I'd like to point out about this business is the marketing systems that are put in place with fantastic support by the franchisor. So with home-based businesses, because we do not have a location, a storefront, big signage, marketing is key. If it's just you in your home, we need to make sure that there are marketing systems in place to help you get customers. And I'm really impressed with what I've learned about this specific model. Recurring revenue, and again, not only does corporate provide strong marketing support, but operational support to really support you in your success with your business. So with that, Michael, hi, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Emily. I'm super excited to be here, and I am very excited to present Pool Scouts to you. So there's a couple cool things, and you can see right out of the gate, what do we do? This is a business that we didn't create, but we certainly are creating a more professional approach to a very traditionally mom and pop oriented business. It's key in many businesses to know what you do and what you don't do. And the key thing about Pool Scouts is we are focused on the recurring side of swimming pool services, cleaning and maintenance for residential pool owners. We really know who we service and what we do. That's a key component for our business. So think about that as you think about a laser focus on what we do and who we target from a customer perspective here. Here you can see Ralph, one of our local operations technicians, cleaning a pool. You can see a collared shirt, a professional image, and as you probably think about this industry, you're probably not thinking about a tremendous amount of professionalism in the business. So high-level figures here, and we've got lots of great numbers and analytics around our business, but there are 11 million residential pool owners in America, and that's who our target audience is. There are 56,000 competitors in the business, mostly of which are mom and pops. In our markets that we service across the country, we service pools in both residential, seasonal markets, we would call them, and year-round markets. So think, Florida, Texas, etc., for year-round markets, and think mid-Atlantic states, etc., for seasonal markets. In the seasonal markets, we do openings of pools and closings of pools, and namely in the year-round markets, we service pools 52 weeks a year. One of the nice things, knowing that we focus on the recurring side of the business and the residential pool owners, is it's very predictable and scalable. I'll talk a little bit more about that when I get into our business model here. So a couple things to know about Pool Scouts that are really important. As Emily kindly mentioned earlier, our business model is pretty simple from a people perspective. Think about a home services business that is predictable with recurring revenue, and think about the two key roles in that business. The first, namely played by the franchisee, is that of what we call an office manager. And what do? They answer the phone, schedule the jobs, they book new customers, they do some local marketing, they do some of the administrative side of the business, they hire and manage the second role, which is technicians. This business is run by the office manager and by technicians. Those are the two key roles. As the business scales and grows, so do the number of technicians and vehicles. Emily mentioned this is a home-based business, and we encourage that very much so out of the gate to reduce the amount of startup costs and investment in the early stages of the business. So think about these skills of an office manager, which is, as I said, usually the franchisee, and then the technicians. Don't fret, most of our franchisees are not pool experts. We teach that side of things. We have great systems, as all franchise systems do, to help make the business easy to operate. And one key thing about our systems is they're all cloud-based. They're system agnostic and can be operated from anywhere, from a phone, from a tablet, from a laptop, etc. So the services side of things, once again, is knowing what you do is really important. What I like to say is that we don't do the lumpy side of the business. We focus on the recurring side. Think weekly service for pools at residential in nature. So that's an important component of the business as well. From a training perspective and a focus on routing efficiency, oh, we had a little skip there. We have the systems that make it easy to do that, and then over time, it's easier to obviously drive route efficiency. In any home service businesses, the key is to drive a little and work a lot. All of our work is done at the home of the pool owner there, obviously. So, and we provide great systems and support from a budgetary perspective. We are a very data-oriented company, and we help our franchisees. So what does it look like? What do I do as a Pool Scouts franchisee? This is really important, and I've got some pictures of some real-life franchisees up here. You can see, like with any business, you have an administrative side of the business and a field side of the business. And here you can see a couple pictures of some field work, and then you can see some office side of things, and then you can see some community-oriented stuff too. Like any home service businesses that are out there, the great franchisees are excellent at being owners and being present in their communities. We do a lot to get the phone to ring for the franchisees, but ultimately that local marketing component and being the face of the business is a key component that's the responsibility of the franchisee. We do help them with a lot of creative collateral, et cetera, but that's an important side of the business. So you can see there's a lot of variety here. Most of our franchisees, I do want to make this key point, are not out there cleaning pools. That's important to know. So what does it cost? Any business has a startup cost. We say that to get a territory started, the investment is about $105,000. We sell up to 3 territories. Territories, let me just say what is a territory. It is a minimum of 6,000 target households. Target households being single-family homes with pools with incomes above $75,000. We sell, as you can see, up to 3. The single territory fee is $20,000. 2 territories, $35,000, or 2 territories, $35,000, and 3 territories, $45,000. We have some cool discounts for veterans, as you can see, 20% off of the franchisee and a $1,000 community heroes discount as well. Those are educators and state government type folks as well. Our royalty is 8%. Our national ad fee is 8%, or 2% rather, as well. All right, so unit economics, what does this business look like? And I have a representation here of a business that we run locally here, and you can see this is a 6-month representation, about $373,000, generating in the first 6 months about $44,000. So annualizing that, about $90,000 worth of income coming out of this business. For our local operations business. A very detailed explanation of the financial representation is in our franchise disclosure document, which contains a lot more figures to see there as well. So this is a business that is predictable, scalable, and obviously generates good margins too, which is important. So let's summarize Pool Scouts and what it is which makes this such a great opportunity. Services are in high demand, and I think as you think about this category, you'll start to see the service providers that are out there and how much there is a need for a higher level of professionalism in this business. This business is very predictable. You know, when the phone rings, I always say it's the beginning of a 10-year relationship with our customer base. But that is predictable and scalable. As you, with any home service business, you get out there and you service that first customer in a neighborhood, and you know that there are 50 prospective customers in that neighborhood. You obviously get more efficient at not only getting more customers in the neighborhood, but servicing that first customer as you get the predictability and the knowledge of the pool itself. We provide training and support on both the technical side, the business side, et cetera, and of course, all the systems that make it easy to operate your business. Our brand stands out. Pool Scouts, with our brand promise of perfect pools, Scouts Honor, really stands out amongst a sea of mom and pop businesses that are out there. we provide a lot of support to get that phone to ring for the customers, coming in, and that includes the digital marketing, all the websites, direct mail support, creative support, etc., to help you get that phone to ring for you. And then, if you think about it, there are a lot worse things to be doing out there than to be in people's backyards, making their backyard oasis even better, and ultimately giving back them their time, which is a key thing that we talk about with our business model. So Pool Scouts is a very unique brand in a sea of mom and pops that's out there in a high demand service business, and we are super excited to talk to candidates who think this might be a good fit for them. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate your time. I'm going to turn it back over to you, and we look forward to talking to your candidate soon.
Thank you, Michael. And I was looking at some of these, there's really beautiful pictures, makes me definitely want a pool. But I was looking at those pictures thinking the pools are already there. They're already being serviced. And what the higher level of professionalism, and I was just looking at some of those pictures and thinking, okay, I would be comfortable with somebody that looked that professional in my backyard. If somebody's going to be in my backyard, I'd like clean and respectful and professional looking, and I just think it's a great business, great brand. So thank you for sharing this with people that are interested in entrepreneurship and franchise ownership. So for those of you who are listening, if you haven't already, one of the next steps is to complete your personal franchise assessment. I have provided a link here. This is a proprietary, it's kind of like a personality test, proprietary to FranNet, and it will provide you and your FranNet associate with really keen insights into what businesses or types of businesses you are best suited for, and we can see how it matches up with Pool Scouts. If you would just like to have a conversation, maybe you already completed your PFA or would just like to get more information, reach out to your local FranNet consultant. If you don't know who that is, you can certainly reach out to me directly and I'll arrange a personal introduction. One of the advantages of working with FranNet is that we live and work locally. So what we would do is match you to a franchise specialist in your local area that knows the personality, the nuances, what's going on in your local area to really, really provide you the highest level of support. So again, Michael, thank you so much for your time and for providing all this information. And for those of you tuning in, I wish you the best of luck on your entrepreneurial journey. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.